What was said. What's good, people? What's good? Talk to me. I feel like I ain't been on live in a minute. I always want to make this a habit, but it shouldn't happen. Talk to me, people. What y'all been doing? What y'all been up to? Staying on the grind. Cheers. King, what up? What's good, B? Calisthenics action, what up? For the pain, what up? Peace, King. We need those Supreme bands. That's on the way. That is on the way. I'm just trying to make it more affordable for everybody to have, because if anybody whoever went through this ordeal where you're trying to get some things out, that wholesale price is insane, because the handles is a whole piece. I'm building it by myself. Well, I actually have 3 people that's going to be helping me put these bands together, because I'm doing them been doing them by myself. How much sea moss do you consume per day? I have I have 2 spoons maybe. I got some sea moss coming through. That's gonna have everything that you need. That's gonna be on the way as well. But don't forget about the food. Sea moss is great. It's amazing. But you need food. Don't let these people fool you. Watermelon, pumpkin seeds is not going to build no muscle. You want to build a muscle and have that definition and everything. I know that sounds great to just say, oh, I'm going to have some watermelon and I'm good. That's not going to happen. Appreciate you. I started my Cali journey with let's get it, man. Let's get it for the glory. But don't get confused, man. Like, a lot of these, I'm going to drink watermelon and build muscle mass is not going to happen. Don't let these people fool you. Sea moss is amazing. It does great, but it can't be done alone. There's no one thing that can make you big if you're going to be eating just sea moss. Ain't no shade to nobody. It's just a fact. Just eating watermelon or just eating fruit is not gonna put on no mass. If anybody walks through here and tell you that, it's bullshit, man. You have to really look at the science of it. Google what it takes to put on muscle mass. I'm not saying it for my words or somebody else's. I'm basically telling you what I've learned. I've done this for a long time. Just watermelon is not gonna do. What's your 3 top foods? A protein, a carb, but you can have your fruits. Have something with electrolytes so you can stay, moving. Water is just not enough. I love drinking water, but coconut water is best because you need electrolytes. That's how your body stops cramping. You can't do these long, vigorous exercises without no electrolytes. Make sure you know that and understand that. Water is amazing. It does great, but it doesn't have the same thing that our parents used to have in it. It's a different type of water. It has no nutrients in it. There's nothing basically in it. And you need certain electrolytes in your body so you can move more. Lime water is amazing as well, but things with coconut is probably one of your best bets. Watermelon water. If you could blend your juices up, that would be great as well. But nothing can be sustained by itself. So you can't just have carbs and think you're gonna build muscle. You can't just have protein. You need all of them. You need fats as well. If you want to put on muscle mass, it doesn't just happen. You have to understand that. Healthy fats, that's a fact. Coconut, avocado oils, avocados, peanuts. For those who are allergic, I'm allergic to peanuts, so I don't never have peanuts in my diet. So avocado is one of my tools to get into it. What's up, brother? That's one of my tools. But don't just take my word for it. Google. It's so easy. Type in foods that are needed to put on muscle mass. It'll tell you that, and Once again, Frank, chicken. That's one of my go-tos. It may not be for everybody, but I eat chicken. Plain and simple. I'm not giving it up until I feel like I want to give it up. I don't eat cashews, but that's a good source of fats that can help you towards your goal, because you need protein, fats, and you need carbs. How much water a day? If you outside, I would say a gallon. How's the baby? She's amazing. Thank you for asking. She's running around, getting big. I mean, eating 1 meal a day ain't gonna work for everybody. It depends on your, if you're ectomorph, mesomorph, everything works different for everyone. But if you're ectomorph, you eating 1 meal a day, that ain't gonna work out. How much you weigh now? Summertime, I usually go up and down in weight. So right now I'm at like 220, 225. It goes up and down. This is the leanest I normally get in the summertime, is because I move. Like I'm a fan of movement. I'm not gonna just stay in place. I want to be able to, just because I'm a bigger dude doesn't mean you sit still. You can move around as you please. I do calisthenics all day in summertime. I make sure I'm out there, alone, with people, without people. I'm gonna get it done. Smash the like, or you a pack. Appreciate it. Yeah, hit that like button, man. I got 55 people in the building. Make sure you hit that like button. It takes nothing to hit that like button. It's $1 million worth of game. That's a fact. You're gonna learn some shit. I want to make sure you understand where I come from and how to get things done. Pushing yourself is going to get you to the next level. So let's understand that. Have you ever thought about plant-based vegan? Have you ever tried? There's no purpose in it, man. I mean, unless you just comfortable looking, veganism going to balance you out if you have a lot of issues with, taking in proteins and things like that. If you don't consume certain proteins, it's going to probably stop your growth and building up muscle mass. Peanuts and vegetables is not going to do it. I don't care what nobody say, man. You're going to be lean, yes, because your body's moving. You don't really have no protein to hold you down, but you're not going to put on no muscle mass. No vegan here going to put on no muscle mass. If anything, they lose weight, and that's that. They're not putting on no muscle mass. They're skinny. They usually, there's other ones who are ectos, and not ectos, mesomorphs, and they can eat 1 meal a day and they can be fine. But everybody can't do that. I know I can. I go 1 meal a day, I'll be 120 pounds by end of the week. Don't let them fool you. That is not for everybody. Know your body, know what feels good. Me eating once a day, it's going to be a problem. Nico, New Jersey, Batman, Superman. I don't really care for that. Batman or Superman. Big ups from Toronto, y'all. You hear Beast Akeem. Inspirational. Continued blessing to everyone. Health as well. That's a fact. Health as well. Opinion on protein shakes. If you could read the products and the ingredients, go for it. If you can't, I wouldn't have taken all of that, but I'd rather do real food. Protein shakes is great for you want to go, you can't get to that next meal, get a protein shake. But in my opinion, if you can't read the ingredients or understand the ingredients, don't eat it. That's a fact. Eat and work out, man. Meditate if you can. I'm having a difficult time right now with meditating, but I'm gonna get it past it. I'm gonna make it part of my goal to make it where I need to be doing it. Supreme Bams is gonna be on the way. I'm gonna probably in the beginning set it off where I'm gonna have it. You hit me on IG at Akeem Supreme, and then you cash at me, and I'm sending it. You're gonna send your address, and then I'm gonna send it off to you. Because this computer thing is getting me a little frustrated. Trying to build up a site on my own is tougher than it looks. And ain't nobody gonna do it for you but yourself. So that's the only way I'm gonna probably give it out, or I'm going hand to hand. If you live in New York, I'm gonna be walking around with them in my book bag, ready to go. But it's taking a little time to get the pieces together, because it's not just one simple resistant pen. Pause, no homo. Appreciate the love. It's not just a simple band. It's a connection of the metal part and it takes a lot of different intricate parts to make this whole band come to you. All right, so just give, you know, just hold up on it. When it's done, I'm gonna make sure that I keep on pushing it, the content with it, because it's in a great. I love it because it's a great tool. It can be worked out by itself, and it can be worked with, you know, adding to your other exercises. I think one of the best ways when you don't have a dip bar or you don't have a pull-up bar available, it's going to show you so many different ways, and I'm going to show you so many different ways that you can use it. Have you ever tried drinking pine pollen? That's another supplement I want to try. No, I never tried that. But, you know, do you use pre-workout? No, I don't. I mean, I've had it. I've used it. I've tried it before, but on an on-day basis, no. I love what I do when it comes to fitness. I don't really need to take pre-workout. But for those who work a lot of hours or doing multiple things, you know, I understand that you need to take that. But for me, I don't really need it. I enjoy working out. It's my outlet. It's my love for things. You know, I've been doing it since, let's say, 06, 07. So, I mean, I still have a love for this thing, you know. And I'm going to continue to do it for the glory. You don't take creatine or anything like that, do you, brother? I've taken creatine every once in a while. I've done it, but never consistently, because one thing about creatine, most people that take creatine, if you don't drink enough water, it can mess up your kidneys. Do you drink coffee? I've had coffee, but not consistent with that either. I don't like having anything that's gonna, you know, give me fake energy and something that's gonna make me addicted to it. You know, I don't want anything that has an addiction to it. Like caffeine, if you stop, you'll start noticing you have headaches and your body basically wants it in your system. So I try my best not to try to use any caffeine or any supplement that's needed daily. Only thing I want in my body is either electrolytes, protein, carbs, fats, and I can choose and decide how much I want, you know, some days I don't. Sometimes I fast a little bit in the morning, and then I have my meals, because I want to see how far I can push my body with meals in my body and without. I got 78 people here. Come on, guys, bit those likes up, man. If you want to listen to what I got to say, hit me up, man. It takes nothing to hit the like button. You want me to start going live more? Show love. Let's get it. Come on. Can you eat sugar and work out? You can, but I wouldn't advise that. I would probably have you eat fruits, because it has natural sugars, you know. Put that in your body before you work out. Because sometimes when having sugar, you're just gonna crash. Have something like fruits, and you'll see your body settle it out. You know, you'll be able to after you're done, you'll be able to go through the workout easily, rather than just crash if you have sugar and caffeine. Try your best not to have, you know, that be your source of energy. Get some sleep. Eat well. Eat consistently. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Man, we heard this question so many times. Let me speak it into existence. It's going to be a whole different setup. I have so many goals. I don't want to say it right now, because I want it to be done, you know. Different space, different energy. I want to get this fitness gym up, you know. I want a couple other things that I can't really speak on, but it's going to be something special, and I hope y'all around to see, because it's going to be dope. I want to have fitness retreats. I want to have fitness. I want people coming in, flying into every city, you know, every state, every country, coming into the city, and we're going to have retreats where men become men and become strong, and we build with each other, we learn from each other, we take tools that we have from different outlets of life. You know, you're an electrician, you're a person who does plumbing. I want all of those guys. I want everybody who's done something, you know, even just good with your hands, or you want to learn, you want to be a student of this game. I want everyone who's a part of that to be around, you know, and I want to build something special. I think it's something where most men, we don't get together and really build something powerful. You know, I want everybody to come in with a mindset of learning and being a student, because I've always been a student of the game. And not only when I'm becoming a student, I want to teach you something, you know, because I've been around. I've seen the good and the bad of this sport. I've seen the progression it does with your body. I've seen so many different evolutions of this sport, and how evolution of just fitness in general, and how sometimes it'd be great some days and then it'd be low days, you know, and really finding that tune to make sure that you continuously do this day in and day out, because it's gonna make you be great. Anyone ever tell you look like young Kobe Bryant? I got that one time. Told me I look like Pop. Well, I don't know. Depending on the angle, I guess. Pause. Your longest streak on SR, day 11 right now. I don't know what SR means. Tell me what that means. How long did it take you to look like you do? You're still building muscle, or are you maintaining? As of right now, I'm actually pretty lean, so I can't say I'm really building. I'm doing a lot of repetition, and then obviously being in the sun all day. I haven't been eating all the meals that I normally eat. I'm usually a 6 or 7 meals type of person. I've only been on like 4 and doing a lot more cardio because, you know, as I go through life, I can't stay at one weight or stay in the same regimen. When things go, you know, life goes and things start to get a little bit more, you know, technical, and things start to move around for me, my biggest thing is doing movement. It keeps my mentals great. It keeps me, I think, out of that depression state. So when I feel like certain things don't go as I planned it to be and things are not moving fast enough, I try my best to continue to just keep on pushing my body and doing things, because more productive I am, the better my mental clarity is. So I'm a person, movement is my medicine. I gotta move. If I stay in one space, I just don't really move as well, and things don't really, you know, work out to my benefit. So I've learned moving, sometimes when I'm going through something, makes me think better. It gets me in place. And, you know, continue to keep on trying. You know, difficulty is gonna happen, but I don't let it stop me. I let, you know, if this door closes, pivot and go into something else. You know, continue to keep on striving in my fitness goals, but keep on working out on different ways of training, different methodologies of what should be done. You know, sometimes I've been going high range motion. Some days I'm going for slow and engaging. It's okay to switch it up. We want to see you train with Broly. Scheduling, man, that's the only thing that's probably stopping. Everybody's moving on their time. I've been training on my own most of the time, so it's always going to be different. And then they live in Brooklyn. I live in Harlem right now, so it's not, you know, give y'all fans what y'all want, but it's really more so everybody got their schedule, and I train a lot of people as well, so that's really been my biggest path, where I gotta be on my clients. Some people, I gotta make sure that this is how I feed my family. I train people, you know, this is what I do. And, you know, obviously I got other endeavors that I'm working on, but I want to make sure that I continue to, you know, do my thing no matter what. It's not a team thing. It's a me, and then it's other people, you know. Everybody moves on their own path. Some people could do it with 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. I normally, since I started this has only been me. I like to link up with people, but I do this on my own, man. I don't really hold myself back to be training with everybody every day. That's impossible. If you're a grown man, there ain't no goddamn way you're gonna be able to meet up with guys unless y'all both have the same job. You know, I have coworkers that we probably see every day, but as for me, like I gotta get my bread. I gotta train my clients. I'm moving around all throughout the city, so it's different. Did you ever injure from training? Yeah, man. I pulled a bicep. If you could see it, you see the separation in my bicep to my forearm. That's where I tore up my bicep, and that was a tough. I mean, they look a little. You can see it's a little bit different on this side, but it is what it is. I ain't let it stop me, but it did take a hit for me. How's it being a father change your outlook on life? It's been big, man, and telling myself to, you know, stick to, you got to get a lot more regimen when you have a child, because they don't care what time it is. They up, they ready to go, and it's them. They the boss. I overtrained one time and I tore my bicep because I kept on doing these levers, and the lever is basically behind it. I actually never met Shredder, but we definitely, if I ever see him in one time walking through the city or something, man, we're gonna definitely see if we could get something going. I've seen some of his videos. But yeah, one day we could tap in, hopefully one time. Appreciate it, Iraqi American for the $10. Appreciate you. But yeah, if I ever see him, we're gonna definitely lock in and get some working done, you know. But a lot of times, solo, man. Don't allow yourself to be held back by nobody. I get it all alone, and I can work out with others. But most of the time, I'm doing it alone. It's my journey. You know, sometimes I be wanting crazy angles in video. Sometimes I have my girl doing it, you know, and that's what it is, you know. Or sometimes I have a random stranger just hold the camera, see if they can hold it straight enough for me, and then that's what it is. Does the bicep reattach over time? What do you think this is, man? Is Spider-Man? Nah, man, it don't reattach ever again unless I do surgery. But I've never done surgery. It's been so long. I don't even think it's no longer gonna ever connect ever again. But I'm not worried about it. I still got a lot of strength in my arms. I used to train them a lot, train biceps a lot, and then I just, you know, life happens. I stopped putting so much focus on it because it evened out already. But to get more muscle mass into my biceps, I haven't really given it that much attention. I take my time, do what I possibly can, you know, in my calisthenics, bicep curls, do movements that allow you to get bicep tension and engagement and really get a good pump. Check out my channel, you'll definitely see a couple of exercises. I really enjoy like the jumping bent over rolls. As you roll in your body, you get a lot of bicep. And you really connect with engaging your bicep as much as you possibly can. And you get back exercise with that. Did you have to lift weights to look like you? I've lifted weights and I've trained with calisthenics. So I mean, if you go back, a lot of the videos where I just did calisthenics, I'm around the same. I never did just one. I always did both. So calisthenics and the incorporation of weight training I've done in the past when I was competing at one time too. I can't just do one. I like doing both. But when it comes to bodybuilding, I have to really slow down my pace a lot of times. It has stopped me from getting my desired weight. So if you move around a lot, you're gonna burn calories. You're gonna burn a lot of fat. That's how it goes. But if you eat, stop moving, and continue to train the same, but you got to make sure you're pacing yourself, because if you train over like 45 minutes, you're going to be burning too much muscle. And every time you finish training, you have to eat. Supplements I take a couple of different supplements, you know, men's one a day. I'm gonna come up with a supplement pack for y'all so y'all can have all of that available. What the hell does this say? What my man said? I don't know why I don't show it. I guess you said some wild shit. You've been doing calisthenics for lots of years. Do you ever have joint tension, pain, tendinitis at times? How do you manage that? Nah, I don't really have any of those pain issues in my elbows. I just learned sometimes when you're overdoing it, get deep tissue massages, massaging it myself. I bought a massage gun. So it's really about, you know, allowing yourself to have rest. Everybody think you can do 7 days out of the week. No, if your body is giving you pain, listen to it. If you don't listen, it's gonna break down on you. Give yourself time to heal. Eat foods that's gonna give you, you know, healing concepts to it, you know? So a lot of time, if you're eating terrible, it's gonna affect your joints and things like that. Now, if you're just training too much, your body's gonna give you issues as well. So just give yourself time to really basically heal itself. Breathe. Make sure that you continue to, you know, push yourself, but watch how things feel. If you're feeling like the elbow is really giving you bad tendonitis problems and things like that, it may need to be a change in your diet and might need a little bit more sleep. Akeem, do you recommend dumbbell exercises every day to supplement calisthenics or every other? What would you take the weight off? Johnny Cage, appreciate that. I would say every other day is fine, but just make sure you switch up the muscle groups. Don't just do the same muscle groups. I know pull-ups is simply it's a lot of the same muscle groups, but the muscle of the back is so much other intricate body parts. So it's so many muscles in the back. It's really tough for you to really keep the back sore. There's so many different parts. You can work your lower, you can work your mid, you can work your high traps and your rhomboids. So switch it up. I always tell you switch it up. If you have a lagging body part like maybe biceps or triceps, you can hit those every other day. But make sure you eat. That's going to be your recovery. Make sure you rest. So if you want to go crazy one day, take a day off. Moderate one day, take a day off. Lightweight the next one. Keep it like that so you don't injure yourself. Injuring yourself will take you away from your training. What? Should take on whey. I don't take whey protein. I'm not a fan of anything that deals with milk. If you ask me, I don't take anything with whey in it. I try it. It just doesn't. It doesn't work well with my stomach. So I'm against anything with milk in it. Can you work your traps with calisthenics? It's really tough. Work your traps outside of these. Maybe on a dip bar, shrugging, but it won't give you that much tension. So I think you really need to supplement it a little bit with either resistant bands or you're gonna do weights. Best way to lower back exercise. I like doing Supermans. So you lay on the floor, rise, bring your body out, squeeze your lower back. Another one is get on a bench, allow your front of your body to lean forward, and then you're basically squeezing your lower back. That's how you gotta basically hit your lower back. And make sure that you get that, that diamond shape in the back where your rectors really start to show if you start to hit that. My brother. Appreciate that. Train chest. Push-ups are the easiest exercises to do, and there ain't no excuses you can make. Do I bench press? Not often, but I can. My heaviest I've ever went up to was 405 for 3. I think was my max. But it was never something that I really enjoyed. I just wanted to see where I could push myself. Getting uncomfortable with it, and that was my journey with bench pressing. Bent over rows for that back. Definitely. If you want to go with weights, bent over rows definitely helps. And isolating. You want to make sure that when you're doing it, you want to make sure you slow the motion down. I've seen a lot of guys just move really fast. You got to think about the muscle. It has to be engaged. So you have to squeeze, give a 3-second hold, and then slowly retract back down to the ground. Or hold it in place. Holding it in place takes way more effort, and your body has to work so much harder. Do you fast, and how often? I do fast sometimes in the morning. I'll go maybe 4 to 4 hours in the morning. And then I start eating my meals. I go, the first 4 hours, and then I will basically eat right after that, and I will have food every 3 hours after that until I'm actually go to sleep. So that works out for me. And especially in the summertime, I think it really makes your body work out harder. You burn more calories that way, and you look really lean without even trying, without even doing any ab work or cardio. It really gets your body into that lean state. Real question, why can't 10-year-old Knox, you wildin'? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know nothing about that. Your wealth of knowledge, bro. Appreciate you. Thank you for listening, You could be anywhere you here. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you lock in as always. Hi, I only train with weights. I've built more muscle, but I'm not in shape. What should I do? Add a little cardio. Watch your meals. Start eating a little bit more lean foods to get lean. You want to put on more fats, you're going to eat fats. You're going to have things with fat. Chicken thighs, salmon. You can't be losing weight and you're eating salmon and steak. You want to get lean, fast a little bit. Fish, white fish, turkey, lean turkey. If you want to go with some kind of beef, go bison, but in a small portion. You can't just eat anything. You want to look lean, you got to eat lean foods. And you have to continue to move. You want to build on mass, eat a lot, 2 to 3 hours, and make sure that it has fats in it. You know, you want to have salmon, you want to have chicken thighs, steak, you know, pasta. You could go with red potatoes, yellow potatoes. These are gems right here. I'm usually charged, so make sure you're paying attention. These things right here will help you to put on that mass. Make sure you have fats. You need avocados. You need coconut oil, avocado oil. You can have it wherever you want to simplify it. You know, you can have peanut butter, but you have to consume. There's no way you're going to put on mass with just working out. You have to eat. You have to consume. Superhuman Unchained is watching right now, and I will always support you and your channel. What's good, man? Do I have to lift weights to look like you? Nah, I don't think you do, but you gotta push your body. It doesn't happen by just accident. It happens by purpose. You have to continuously do diligence and continue to train your body, you know? Your body doesn't just, you will never look just like me. You're gonna look like you. But it's all on your work ethic. You be consistent, you're gonna see the results. You don't be consistent, it is what it is, you know? Anything that took, you know, time is going what you're gonna see out of it. I could stop working out for 6 months. I'm gonna still look like that because I've been doing it for so long. I'm consistently been in my training method. You get what I'm saying? Or if you can't train right now, fast. Make sure you stay conscious of what you put in your body. What you put out in your body gives you the results that you see. Some people get away with it. Let me get that out the straight. Some people is able to eat whatever they want and then they still look lean. It only looks good on the outside. How's your insides? You have to eat well to look good, all right? Try your best. For the pain, Sane Clan, what up? What's up? I'm saying there a lot of kids. I don't know nothing about that, Knox. You gotta leave that alone. I don't know nothing about that. You still kicked out the spot? Stay? I don't know what you're talking about. How to gain mass as a plant-based person. You have to eat. To gain mass is going to be so much tough because if depending on your body type, if you have too much carbs, you're going to get fat. That's just plain and simple. Some people is allowed to that, maybe ectomorph, certain people, but you have to be a lot of peanut butter, a lot of vegetables. You have to be eating every 2 hours, and it has to be bigger portions because you're not getting as much protein as a person who eats meat. It's just tougher for a plant-based person to gain mass. It's damn near, I wouldn't say it's impossible because if you stay consistent, it is great. But if you're not eating every 2 hours, you're not going to build the mass that you're looking for. And it's going to be a slow journey because taking in plant protein rather than meat is going to be so much tougher. But anything's possible if you're consistent. How about you doing a lift weights and calisthenics? I've done a couple of videos. If you check me out, I've definitely seen it. But I mean, I'm definitely gonna play around with it a little bit more. We getting, you know, mid-summer right now, so I'm trying to get to that. I'm trying to get you calisthenics and a little bit of weight training at the same time. I want you to get the best of both worlds. Can you build mass eating 2 to 3 meals a day with body weight workouts, 1,000 reps every day? No. 2 to 3 meals. Those meals have to be hefty, and then it depends on your body type. If you're an ectomorph, that wouldn't work. 1,000 reps is just way too much reps. It's too much calories, and it's gonna take you so long to finish that. If you could do 1,000 reps in an hour, be my guest. Now, if you can't, and it's gonna take you 3 to 4 hours, it's not worth your time. It's just gonna make you lean, and you're gonna build up a lean physique. You can't build just anything with that physique. You gotta make sure that you continue to eat, consume. 3 meals a day is just not going to be enough, in my opinion. You know, I've done that with clients, but it takes so much more eating. You talking maybe 8 to 9 meals a day with a vegan type meal plan. If you're going to be building up mass, you have to consume so much peanut butter, so much other things that you're just going to be tired of eating at this point. You're going to probably hate food. Just ate all that chicken. Let's go. Favorite way to train abs? Raises, side. It's so many different ways. I have fun with it. I don't just do one way of training my abs. Yes, I do cardio and do the calisthenics on the daily. A little bit of hybrid training 2 years and I learned from them. Importantly, the eating, like you said, videos of. Yeah, not only that, with the cardio, the training, and things like that, you have to make sure you realize form is key. Don't just move just to say I'm moving. You want to make sure that you get in tune with your muscles. You want to get that mind muscle connection going and really build up a connection with your body so you know how to flex certain muscle groups without even actually going through the exercise. So for me, I know engaging my upper pecs is me just raising my pinky. And see how that just grazes? Me just raising my hand is engaged. This is what engaged look like. So I'm raising my hand. I know without even having nothing in my hand, it's easy. You know, I can engage my upper pecs. Same thing here. I'm not doing no weights, but I'll learn how to engage my pecs. When you learn how to do that with every body part, it's going to be so much more engaging, so much more changes that can happen in your physique when you learn how to do it the correct way. Let me see where you at. How old are you, Akeem? I'm 34 right now. All right, appreciate it. Yeah, you think on semen retention? I think semen retention is really good. Semen retention is really good, but don't let it define you. Everybody's time and that you're holding back semen retention is on you. You know, I think it's a journey and understanding who you are as a man. You should do it, but everybody's journey is totally different. Don't go, oh, now for the rest of my life going on, I'm not gonna have no more sex and things like that. I don't think that's normal. Let's not just be holding semen just to say we're doing it. I think it's a time period. You do what you have to do, find you a lady or whatever, and you continue to have, I believe, building a bond with your lady, you need to be having sex, all right? Now, from time to time, you tell her, hold off. I'm going through a quest. I need to be off for, 2 months, 3 months, whichever you choose, but don't go crazy. They say, I'm going to see if I can go 10 years without having sex. Don't go crazy. Don't be weird. Don't let your lady leave you because you on some other shit, all right? You want to make sure that she's on cue and she understands your journey. If a woman can't understand you needing the time to get your mind right and really put all your efforts in self for a little bit, then that's another subject, Do I have to lift weights to look like you? You can lift a little weights, you can do calisthenics. You'll never look like me. You're going to look like yourself. You got to keep on working on self. What do you think? Weight, pistols, squats from Greece. I think they're okay, but I'm not a fan of just one isolated movement with just your knee like that. Depending on how your knees and your joints are operating, I wouldn't recommend that for everybody. You're not really putting a lot of emphasis on your quads in that movement. It's a lot of knee drive. So you got to remember that. Do you want the benefits of just saying I could do a pistol squat, or do you want the engagement of your quads? You're not really getting that much engagement out of your quads. It's a lot of knee drive. So don't get caught up with, oh, I could pistol squat to my leg. Nah, you really ain't going to build up a lot of mass. It's just you have a lot of good joints as far as your knees. And depending on how you're doing them and if they're done right, you're going to start having issues with them. So remember, regular squats, lunges, deadlifts, things like that can really help you, and you don't have to worry about your knees. Okay? Let's go for it. Where's Lady Supreme at? She in the crib. Thank you for asking. Am I making videos with gold? Yeah, I mean, if our time allows us to be in the same space, definitely, man. Those are my guys, man. But everybody's journey is different. They do their thing sometimes, and I gotta do my thing. I mean, I'm not gonna just stop or pivot to jump on what they doing. I gotta sometimes I'm on my own journey. Everybody moves in their own space and where they comfortable at. I don't wait for nobody. I'm not here to be, what y'all doing today every day. I gotta get my content out. I move on my own space and my own pace. But those are the guys, Anytime we do link up, it's always a movie. You already know, but every time it's not gonna happen. I got a family. I got clients that I really put my energy into. I'm not able to link up with them as much as I probably want to, but that happens. My journey don't stop when everybody stops or when they continue to go. I continue to go no matter what. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be doing this for a while. Even if I don't show it, I'm gonna continue to do this. I've been doing this 17 plus years now. So best believe, I've been doing it longer than that, but now I'm strictly on this. So I'm never gonna stop. I'm continuing to do this until I can't move again. You get what I'm saying? I'm gonna do this until it's over. Until I go see the upper room. And I'm trying to see that when I'm 150. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to live for a long time. Are you still connected to Broly and Bam Bam? Connected? I know them. We good, but everybody's journey. They I think they meant to Florida, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But they getting theirs, man, and I'm proud of them. You know, I ain't never been a person that, you know, they ain't bring me. Nah, everybody's journey's different. They move on their space and I move on mine. But when we do link up, it's gonna be a movie like always. Akeem, I'm watching you from Brazil. Can you speak a little about food to people that don't have much money? Felipe, food. I mean, you do what you can. If you can fish, if you're in Brazil, you can fish, or you can get grains. Just try to get a lot of, you know, maybe rice, potatoes if possible. You know, whole eggs. That's always amazing. Watermelons, amazing. If you could get to those fruits, great. But you know, your best bet is try to get something that's going to hold you for a long period of time. So oats, grains, you know, potatoes. Those are gonna hold you down for a little while as you're still able to train. And you know, protein, you get it how you can. So fish, sardines, you know, whatever you can. Eggs. Eggs is the greatest, you know, I mean, at one point when money get a little funny, fish, eggs, it's gonna be a game changer. If you eat enough, consume eggs, I mean, you crack them up, you can get, I mean, chickpeas, eggs, and some jasmine rice to do something crazy for you. I'm telling you. So don't sleep on that either. I've made a lot of gains with that, but you got to be consistent, and you got to worry less about taste and more about consumption. What's good, Supreme? I do jujitsu and I was trying to gain like 10 pounds of muscle, but just gave up red meats. What kind of meal plan should I be on gaining muscle? I mean, hit me on Akeem Supreme if you want a meal plan, but if you just want something simple, you just got to eat more, man. Continue to eat, you're gonna see the gains, and you gotta, you know, it's a little bit tougher because the jiu-jitsu makes you burn a lot of calories. You probably gotta slow down a little bit so your body could retain the weight. I've done 100 push-ups straight. Is setting a goal for 50 push-ups, pull-ups possible? Definitely, you could do 50 pull-ups. It just takes a lot of time, and in the beginning, your hands get numb on pulls. So you just gotta get used to your weight and your body moving in that form for 50 reps. So it's a journey. Be patient, you know, and take your time. It's gonna happen. You just gotta be consistent about it. I've already been optimizing my health and testosterone for 2 to 3 years, and I know all about toxins, recovery, and all that. That's great, Knox. How many calories, yo? Look up natural ways to boost if your history is learning. I've been doing this for years. Kidney beans, yeah, okay. Keep on eating no kidney beans. It's not enough. You know, you're gonna eat what, 60 bags of kidney beans? I'm not doing it. If I had that was the only source of protein I could get to, great. But I'm just gonna be eating kidney beans and just leaving it at that. I'm good. Gymnastic rings, healthy workout, or do they destroy the rotator cuff? Depending on the person, I think that movement could really destroy the rotator cuff, especially if you're flaring your arms out and the shoulder could be moving and they're not being properly worked, especially if you're not doing shoulder presses, side laterals, rear delts. The shoulder, you could easily injure it. But don't take my word for it. I just believe that's how it is. If anything that's not being used properly, if you're getting front raises, side laterals, rear delt movement in your exercising routine, you're gonna get injuries fast. He said stop ejaculating. Y'all some funny people, man. I'm glad you're telling the truth. You can't eat veggie and think that you're gonna look like brother. I'm telling you, man, you think you're gonna be eating some seeds and then one day you're gonna have biceps that you don't recognize, you're gonna be mad at yourself. Battle me on a pull-up bar. What's the battle? Eggs in the most Eggs are really good. If you get used to getting them inside your, your routine, they will help you to get to that goal, and they're not that much expensive. They're not expensive, so you could play around with the, the ways of making them. But crack an egg, crack two, crack three. I normally have 4 to 5 eggs a day, sometimes 12. But it depends on where I'm at. Sometimes I want a quick meal. Eggs is the best source of protein to get to. You're not gonna get big eating no fruits. Let me repeat that again. You're not getting big by eating fruits. I don't care if you have it by the pound. There's no way no fruits is gonna put on no weight for you, okay? It's just not how it does. That's not how it works. If you Google it, don't take my advice for it. Just Google it. How to put on muscle mass. What are the foods that you need? They're gonna give you a list. That's it. Like, sorry to tell you, flower seeds and watermelon is not gonna make you big. Pasteurized, raised, grazed, grass-fed eggs, beef, salmon, I already know about. Avoid soy, corn syrup, avoid seed oils. That is correct. That is great, Knox. That is definitely something that you stay on to, You should battle them more. I should battle them. I mean, everybody don't like battles. Everybody's not up for a battle, And then everybody wants to, critique their own way. I would love to battle some people. I think that'd be great. I think it'd be challenging, and I'd love to see who's strong in certain movements. Because I know in every movement you ain't gonna be the best at. But I love to do the challenge. I would love to do that. But it has to be balanced. There's gonna be some things coming from them and some things coming from me, and I think that's what makes the challenge even better. When both parties can come up with a routine that they both can either practice or you run in there and make it out. But it has to be equal on both sides. I say 3 exercise, they say 3 exercise, and then we run for it. We try it out. Charlotte, North Carolina, tapping in. Appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate it. Hit the like button while y'all in here. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Is rice bad for weight loss or carbs in general? It depends on the body type. I can eat rice every day. It won't affect me. But some people, they just have a half a cup of rice. You might be carb sensitive and your body will puff up. Sometimes we have allergies where it's not into the sense of you start having an itchy throat, but your body will basically retain a lot of water. So you got to understand how your body works. So sometimes testing out your body, getting some rice, put in, see how your body affects. If you start to swell up and get a lot of water, or it looks like you can't see a lot of definition, you might be carb sensitive. Bro, your handstand push-ups for shoulders, but I feel like it doesn't hit right. Is there calisthenic isolation exercise for shoulders you can recommend? Side laterals, man. You ain't gonna do it. There ain't no calisthenic. You gotta get some resistant bands, either going here, some rear delts, but there's no calisthenic movement that's gonna hit just shoulders and all three, balls. 3 heads of the shoulders. There's the front delt, mid delt, and then that rear delt. You want to make sure that you get a resistant band or you actually get weights. I prefer weights. Don't have to go too heavy, but make sure you hit them and get some repetition out of it. You got to build that muscle in those shoulders. You're a great teacher and a source of inspiration. Thank you, big bro. Mocha. That's good, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. I have acne on my upper body. What should I do? Drink more water. Take care of your skin, drink more fruits, sleep, scrub hard on your skin. You might be allergic to certain things, so try out switching up your diet. You might have to go a little bit clean. Leave the ketchup, the fast food, the fried chicken. Leave that stuff alone. Let's get it. Let's get it. My highest amount of muscle ups unbroken. I think I did 32 straight. I haven't tried to do that again because it takes a lot of endurance and I burn a lot of calories. Which steroids do you use? Nope, I do not use steroids. Get up out of here. It's real IV. You know Gator? Yeah, we used to battle a long time ago. Google says Lucky Charms are the healthier than grass-fed beef, and eggs don't always trust. Google, laugh them out. Lucky Charms? Nah, you playing? That's some bullshit. Use your common sense. If you ain't got no common sense, refer back to me, and I will tell you the truth. No, Lucky Charms is out of the way. Grass-fed beef. Who knows if the beef is actually grass-fed? So I'm just saying, eat lean ground beef. When you do have it, drain it as best you can so you don't have all them oils in it, and just consume. Being consistent with eating is going to give you in a good place and how your physique looks. So continue to eat, consume daily, stay engaged, stay pushing yourself, stay mentally passing those roadblocks in your mind of what I could do, always pushing for a little bit more. How can you have the mentality like you? Do you? My mentality just came with I want to be better. I want to be able to push myself, and then like that, it goes up and down sometimes, because some things you like, wow, why is this so challenging? Why is this forcing me to be this way? A lot of times it's a journey, and believe that. And then every day ain't gonna be highs. It's gonna be low days, unmotivating days, but I continue to push because I tell myself, if not me, who else? I gotta continue to do this. I gotta do this for my mental state, physical state, and just, I think overall consistency makes me just a better person. So I just think doing something is always better than doing nothing. Continue that focus, and remember that you're gonna always be in a good space. It's right, it's bad for weight loss. I recommend it. Have a good day, man. I appreciate you. Hopefully y'all get the information that y'all looking for. I work midnight tours at my job, and lack of sleep is a big challenge. Yeah, man, you gotta get your sleeping arrangements intact, especially when you want to build this muscle mass. It doesn't happen in the midst of working out. People think that you're gaining muscle while you're working out. You're actually ripping your muscles apart, and you're actually not doing any recovery. Recovery done when you do nothing. You have to learn to tell yourself, do nothing. Relax, take some time off, take 2 days off. I'm not telling you take 7. Just take the rest. You need rest. You don't have to take them back to back, but days off, train hard, days off. You have to get used to taking the days off. That's where your body grows. You take too long and not, getting recovery, your body will break down. Do I have to eat 12 times? Explain what do you mean by digestion system to a break? Depend on what you're eating. I don't know what 12 times. I mean, if you're the person that asked about being a vegan and eating 12 times, that's what you got to get through. Your digestive system is going to probably be a little bit jacked for a minute. You have to get used to eating that amount. I think taking digestive pills to help you break down some of the foods is great, but you're gonna have a journey on your hands. There's a lot of food to consume. Your stomach, you're gonna be gassy. It's not gonna feel good. But if you get through it, get 2 weeks in, you're gonna start to see that your body start to crave food all the time, and then you get a rhythm of eating more. Only came up on your page in the last 2 years or so. Was pleasantly surprised when I recognized you from the old school New York City Calisthenics documentary. Yeah, man, I've been in this for a while, but don't ever call me no OG. Definitely been in it for a long time, man. I love this. I love this sport. I love this way of training. I love a lot of things about this. I don't want to tell you what I don't love about it, but I want to make sure that y'all continue to just push yourself and make sure you love what you do. And if you don't love it, do something that's going to be healthy and make it, fun for yourself. It don't have to just be calisthenics. It could be running. It could be jumping. It could be tennis. It could be whatever you do. But just continue to move and love what you do. Try a cold plunge. Yes, I love cold plunges. Love cold showers. Take those daily. Really good for blood circulation. I think it's just really good on the skin. You get that clarity, that good skin. I rarely have any kind of breakouts, anything that I think is really understanding taking care of your skin is drinking a lot of water, cleaning your body really good, scrub it, You know, keep it nice and shiny so when the sun hits it, it looks glistening. You know, and eat the foods that that are clean. You know, try to stay lean on certain days, and continue to do what you do. Stay in the sun. That's our power source. Should I work out when I have a cold more than 2 days? If I have a cold and I still want to train, I put on 2 hoodies so I can sweat out that cold so I can move a little bit better. Cold showers, caffeine. Cold showers is good. I really enjoy them, but you got to work your way up to it. Take a warm and then slowly implement the cold. Take your time with it. You don't have to be straight into the cold. It's going to be tough for you if you try that way. But if I want to get it out of the way person, get it done. Do you have to eat 3 times a day to build strength? I would say so. You need to think about a car. How far can you go if you ain't have a fuel tank? You need to be full. You need to make sure that you have food in your system. You're not going to be moving weight if you're starving. You could get away with it once in a while, but how much of increments are you going to be able to move when you start to think of you're not putting in the fuel into the body? You need to eat to put on strength, to put on better muscle mass, to move. It's really tough for the body to move when it doesn't have food. All right. Akeem, what's up? Thank you for taking the time out to speak on a Sunday. Definitely appreciate you coming by, man. Showing love. Eat steak, rice to bulk. Yeah, but don't eat it every day though. Steak is really tough on the system, and you'll really start to have really bad digestive problems. So make sure you have good quality steak, and try to do it like every other day, or take 2 days out of the week where you get it. But then get leaner sources of protein, because beef is really tough on the system. Now, if you don't care, you just want to go all out, get into that heavier weight, then that's fine. Do your thing. Why you don't like OG? You 34. Because OG make you look like you old, and I ain't old. I got a lot of life in me. And I don't know how young people use OG. Is like, yo, like you that bad old guy. Nah, I ain't no OG. I'm a man with knowledge, and I'm trying to show, the younger guys and the guys when I started, because there was nobody telling me how to do things completely. I learned a lot on my own. It's a lot of time that I had to spend alone to learn a lot of things that I've learned. So I want to make sure I'm there to show you the way, and it's for nothing, You don't owe me nothing. I just want you to, when you see me, salute, and you teach somebody else, because that's what it's about. Not only just learning this information, who can you teach? Whatever happened to prophecy? I don't know, man. Never. I don't know what happened to him, man. Y'all gotta go look for him, but I don't know him. I don't know where he at. 34 is OG. What? Are you 17? Yo, you'd be surprised. Somebody called me OG. Well, I think a couple months ago. I was like, nah, don't call me no OG. I ain't nobody OG. 34 is a young man. This is the age of Jesus. You heard? He did a lot of shit when he was 34. Don't get it crazy, all right? I'm still young and I'm gunning out here. You heard? Don't ever call me no OG. OG from old guys. I'm good. Yo, Knox, you gotta chill. Keep that shit to yourself, man. You heard? You bugging out. What's the best recovery type against tennis elbow? I mean, ice it. You could do a couple of other movements that you basically stabilize your elbow, put a resistant band by the elbow, and keep it close to the body as you create tension. It'll help with just the tension area of your elbow, and then basically recovery. I mean, you might even take ibuprofen to take out the inflammation, which is probably the problem. But continue to just get recovery out of it. Some people use OG as a respect thing, but not all. But I don't like it, so don't call me no OG. Human Prophecy was the first video I saw. Yeah, that was a long time ago. SR and hookup culture. I mean, teach his own. I'm not here to just, I don't know what that is. SR and hookup culture. What does that mean? How many times a week should you do 100 push-ups, 100 pull-ups? That's up to you. It's just a challenge. You can do it as you please. the routine has been done with. I've done it so much. It's cool, but it's it's a time thing, and it's fun just to see how fast you could do it. But it's not really a routine that I do daily. I rather do other things. 100 pull-ups, 100 push-ups, 50 pull-ups. It's good, but it's not everything. I like to switch it up. I like to switch up the numbers. I like to get challenged. I like to challenge myself with different routines and get uncomfortable, because that's where the growth happens. Doing the same exercises, sometimes it slow down your progress. The 100, if you're not doing it with proper form and engagement, you're really just wasting your time. It's almost doing like marathon workouts. You're just moving. I've been watching your videos for a while. Telling me of hard work and keep pushing. Appreciate you, Kim. Nah, I ain't 17. I'm 35. It's definitely OG to be alive where I'm from. I mean, it's a blessing to be alive where I'm at too, but I'm not no OG. I don't want to be called no OG. I'm still a young man. When I'm 50, man, maybe I'll be considered OG, but I'm still a young man, and I'm still moving, I'm still thriving, and I still got more to grow, and I still got more to show. I'm not OG yet. Up, 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 Akeem. Manners and respect from Ohio. Appreciate you. And we're gonna see you back with the gang Bowling Goku. When we ever link up, man, it's summertime, so it's a possibility that happens soon. I'm gonna probably hit up those guys. I see that you like to see those videos, but it's just a time thing sometimes. I'll be working most of the time. It probably even be me most of the time. I'll be training a lot of clients, a lot of dedication and changing people's lives in that way as well. But I want to make sure I start to really shift a little bit more and trying to show y'all guys, a day in the life of what I do and my training. And sometimes you ain't gonna have a team to be doing it with. You're gonna have to do it on your own. I want to show the people who be doing it on your own. People who got priorities otherwhere, other places to be doing it. I can't meet up with those guys all the time. But when it's always, when we do meet up, it's a movie. First time I seen you was when you were talking about the transmuting sexual energy into something better. That's a fact. Using your, when you're going into those spaces of, all right, I'm gonna do semen retention. You got to transmit that sexual energy into making yourself better, pushing yourself in a space where you're uncomfortable. You got to try new things. You got to do new things. You can't try the same way and expect some new outcomes. You got to try new things. You got to do new things. You got to move your body into another space of comfort and make sure that you keep on building yourself. You mentally pitch yourself in a space that I'm going to be better. I'm going to push myself to be better, and things happen. I was like you, man. Now, 12 years later, I am so glad I didn't touch them, but I stayed consistent. Steroids will get good for a couple years, then you will become a female in your 30s. That's crazy. Akeem ain't old. When you reach your 30s, you'll realize that. I remember I used to tell people that. I mean, when they, I used to call him old man. Even sometimes when I see my man extraordinaire, I tell him he old. But it's a pleasure to be old, man. And don't take that for as disrespect for anybody, man. Because being old is way better than dying early. I don't care what you say. Above earth, above ground is gonna always be better than being put in the ground. You stay up here as long as you possibly can, live your life, build with people, build with the younger people that's going to show you the way as well, because it's not our world anymore. It's for the younger people to grow up and make something out of themselves. Continue to keep on thriving. You should keep on striving and continue to want something for yourself. That's how you stay dedicated. That's how you do something better for your culture, your people, your family, your community. Continue to grow. You could drop a video shopping the grocery store on a budget. I thought about that. I just don't like the whole, this is what you need to hold. I don't know. I think it's weird. But if you give me a couple of likes and, show me that that's what y'all want to see, I'll make it happen. I just thought it was always weird to just be walking around the store with, the camera. How did I find my first client? What's crazy? How did I find my first client? You being in good shape is going to inspire somebody to ask a question at least once or twice in your life. It happens. It's just walking up to people all the time and people ask me questions. Hey, You train? Especially because I live in New York. People in New York will walk up to you and ask you, yo, you a trainer? Yo, you train? And then, you know, you could possibly have a client just like that. That's why I always believe in, you know, looking the part. You look the part, you're going to get the clients that you're looking for. You just got to put yourself out there. Advice on breathing. Just got to learn how to take your time and catching your pace. So 2 times into the nose, 1 time out the mouth is going to help you tremendously on your breathing technique so you can be able to move more. Catching your breath, learning how to breathe. Because breathing only out your mouth, you're not going to ever catch your breath properly and you're going to always feel tired. Empty your nose, out your mouth. That's going to be a great way for you to build up that endurance. Would you ever collab with Master Shredder or That's Good Money? I've done a video with That's Good Money before. Definitely got to make something happen with Shredder maybe. See if we could get something going. And TGM. With TGM back in the days. I don't know who TGM is. It might be. I don't know who that is. What weight should I get to if I want to look similar to your size at 6'1"? You gotta eat. Staying consistent and dedicated to doing something at least every day. And on your rest days, make sure you rest. Superhuman, yeah, right. I mean, yo, Knox, you gotta relax. You gotta relax. Best calisthenic exercise to build forearms. It's tough. I wouldn't even say there's an exercise for it because it's just not. You need engagement of your forearms. So, I mean, if you want, you can rotate as you're pulling up. So if you're doing this movement as you're doing pull-ups, you can probably really engage their forearms, but you have to really keep rotating your wrist every pull-up as you're going down. You're gonna stimulate that forearm. So it's pull up, rotate, come back down. 1. And then when you get to your last 10 here and just rotate, it'll build up that forearm because that's what you need. Tension and then isometric, and you'll really build up that forearm. Thoughts on fasting. If you need it, try it, man. I definitely think it's needed if you continue to start telling yourself fasting. You know, you need a break sometimes from food, and especially in summertime, you'll burn more calories and really challenge your body to move more with less calories. It's a different type of feeling. Chill out for it. Chill out on half the things that you saying. Knox, you bugging out sometimes. Some of those questions is wild. Yeah, man, I'm really be tapping in with the Shredder dude, playing no games, train different, game different. Yeah, man, lock in. I ain't mad at him. As long as you can push yourself and continue to get, you know, stronger. Fight for your glory. You want to look better, you got to push for it. And it's not always about the reps. It's always about just pushing yourself further, getting more out of your workouts, pushing yourself to look better. Physically, mentally, all of it. You know, it all comes together. One love from Australia. God bless everybody in the chat. That's love, Mocha. What would you recommend for if somebody is kickboxing and wants to do calisthenics for strength training that would groups? I mean, jump into it, man. Pull-ups, push-up, dips, squats, body weight. Simple, effective. Repetition, breathing, consistency. You're going to see the results as you continue to go. Yo, I ever think about doing a bit at RIP HQ? Never thought about it at all, actually, no. But one of these times we're gonna link up. I don't think I'm ever gonna be going to Florida to do that, but you never know, you know. I seen a couple of videos of him doing his thing over there, man. I might have to pull up. I just need to start traveling a little bit more. I don't really travel too much to do fitness content. I normally stay in New York, but I'm gonna make it a habit. What age? Peak thing. The age peak thing. I don't know what you're talking about. How many times a week you do calisthenics? 4 to 5. You're my favorite YouTube athlete, Akeem. Thank you for all the advice. Appreciate you and love, man. Facts with the just gotta sell it. You ever think of making a vid with Rip Right? I think we did one, but we definitely gonna, collab and see if we could do something else. I definitely try to see if we can make something happen. What's the best neck training? Pause. I don't do no neck training. That's something else. That's something crazy too. Pause. Yeah, I don't worry about that. I don't do no neck training. Ain't no reason for that, in my opinion. But do your thing if you like the neck train. What do you recommend for the enhancing athletes? Because I'm trying to have a great physique and be a competitive bodybuilder one day. You gotta see what this. I mean, when I got in, I was able to do it without half the things that's being done now. But now it's a little bit more competitive. So I mean, push for it. Get as lean as you possibly can. Make sure you're posing correctly. Making sure that you keep your diet. It has to be clean. You got to get lean. Posing is a big thing for you. You need to make sure that you're being consistent with that. And I think finding a coach, because you're gonna need a lot of help in that. Competing is a full-time hobby. It's gonna take up a lot of time away from you, away from your family and everything that you love. So make sure you understand that journey. You and Hannibal for King. Have you ever been a CT? I've been a CT. I go to gyms out there sometimes too. I used to go, what is that thing called? Is it Lifetime? One of those, but I need to start coming out there again. I haven't been out there in a while. My girl can teach you neck training. Yeah, I gotta chill. That was wild. How do you tear your bicep, man? How long was your recovery? I tore my bicep maybe 6 or 7 years ago, if I'm not mistaken. And the recovery was like a couple of months. I recovered myself. I learned that, I had a lot of scar tissue in my arm and I was just massaging it every day. Got better. Continued to train. I'm good. You inspire me to get myself and my whole family healthy. Let's get it, brother. Ram. That's love. Keep on doing that. Get the whole family strong, because this is to be passed on for everybody. Anybody you love, you need to get them into training. Now, if they don't want to, you don't force them. You just continue to be the inspiration and do it, because now when they see you do it often, they're going to want to try a little something. Do you do cardio? If so, how much? I do cardio. I do a little bit of light running, but I like to do stairs more than anything. And if not with any of those two, I just do a lot of repetitions with cardio. Pause. Akeem's neck game is weak. Pause. What you trying to get your shit strong for? What you doing out here, boy? Bobbing for Apple is next training. That's crazy. Y'all gotta chill. Y'all bobbing for apples is neck training? Y'all boys is getting real nasty out here, boy. You bobbing apples, getting your neck training for what? You trying to necktie somebody? You trying to give out that Golf 3000? Y'all gotta relax. Let your lady work on her neck game, bro. That's nasty work. What exercise can you do to not get imbalanced in your body? Try to train every muscle group at least twice a week. Squats. What is it? Massive, painful in that area. Was it painful? It's extremely painful. The only reason I even did it is to go through the massaging process of when you injure yourself and when you tear a tendon. It was almost unbearable. I used to have to hold a towel. Pause. You got to hold a towel in your mouth as I would scrape a hard stone against my arm and press the weight of the blood down towards my arm, and my hand would go numb when I would do that. So it was really, really painful. And I don't wish that on nobody, because it was something where I really had to fight against myself to continue to take on that pain. It was weeks on end. I couldn't even pick up a piece of paper when it happened, because it was just so painful, So as you build and you get used to it, you start to get stronger. But I couldn't do a pull-up on my left arm or hold my body up, for that matter, for like a couple of weeks, which was tough. Runner's knee, I think it's just about flexibility and mobility. You might have to probably have tension in a lot of different areas, possibly in your calves or your on your shin area. If you learn to massage those things out, maybe roll your feet, you could probably start to have a better situation with your knee. I hope you train it. Definitely, bro. We're gonna get it. Knox, you gotta chill, man. This is Ernie from Philly that love the content, bro. And stay lean. What's your thoughts? I mean, you gotta play around with it. You can't just pause. Stay lean all year round is great, but it comes with not building up muscle anymore. You're staying at either a point or you're just always at a deficit. It's really tough to stay there. I would really recommend people either stay moderate and then, go to decline, or allow your body to lose a little bit of, body fat during the summertime, but winter, stack it back up, Have the outline of the six pack, but learn it, it's okay. Lose it for a little while you get the winter, build up that muscle, and then build it right back lower with the body fat in the summertime, and you'll be straight. Akeem, how do you cut fast without losing muscle? You can't cut fast and lose muscle. You have to do it slow. It's a slow process. You do it too fast, you will lose muscle. Hey, sorry. Have ever did it? I never thought about doing a video with them, but I'm up for it. I'm up to doing a video with mostly anybody, It might come with good energy, I'm in there, But I ain't in nobody's coattails. If I ask once, I ain't mad at you, but I ain't doing too much. I ain't searching nobody out. I ain't never just be running, oh, I want to get a training. Nah, you lock in with me. If not, do your thing when you're tired, Do I take anything for gel? Hell, no, I don't. But when I do start to have really bad problems or issues, let's say with any kind of joint, I start taking fish oil pills a little bit more. And then when the pain resides, I stop taking it. Why did you stop doing primarily calisthenics? You gotta switch it up. You get bored after a while. Just calisthenics isn't all of that for me. I want to show I could be able to do anything. I want to be able to squat. I want to be able to dip. I want to be able to muscle up. I want to be able to do anything I can. I want to be able to be whatever I want. Have the endurance, the strength to do whatever I want. I don't want to be scared. I see a lot of calisthenics athletes scared to deadlift because they don't know how to do it. They don't know technique. I know how to technique. I know how to squat, deadlift, and I can go heavy in any of those movements. I love deadlifting. I love front squatting. I love doing weighted pull-ups, weighted push-ups, weighted dips. And I'm going to push this body to the limits. Everybody doesn't have to do it the way I do it, but I'm choosing to do it the way I like to do it. Hey, sorry for asking this question like that. Oh, you hurt my back. But on my job, and it causing me to notice that mess on. You might have to take a rest. Tex-Mex. You might have an injury. I'm at work. Word, we can work out. Let's get it. Hey, sorry if I'm asking the same question. What's the suggestion for guys 6'6"? I'm doing calisthenics because I'm trying to master calisthenics. You just gotta be consistent. Don't let your height be a measure of where you can go with it. You can do everything. I'm one of the heaviest guys in calisthenics, and I will make it no excuse to do everything, move faster than everybody. I don't let my weight tell you that I'm slow. I've been guys who are lighter than me. You just gotta be consistent and demand yourself to be stronger. Good workout for a boxer is running, pull-ups, burpees, push-ups. Try not to just get tight. You gotta make sure that you're able to still keep it functional and able to move and throw your jabs. Only thing I would recommend for a boxer. Why you telling me chill, bro? Because I said a neck training prevents injury. There's a reason Mike Tyson. You not Mike Tyson and I'm not Mike Tyson. I don't need neck training. You go ahead and do that if you want, Knox. Missed out. Superhuman is funny, man. I like to drink burdocks roots from the iron intake. It tastes good too. Do your thing. I don't know nothing about that. Do you eat more on leg days? If you want to get them bigger, you definitely do it. You train a little bit more because you gotta remember legs are the biggest muscle group, so you gotta make sure you put the food in. But I eat big every day. I can't really say it's just that day. I do that for back day as well. I do that for calisthenics. I eat a lot in general, so I try my best to just continue to eat. Burdock roots is amazing. I know about Dr. Sebi, but I don't believe in all his teachings where everybody shouldn't just be eating that, in my opinion. But teach his own. Do your history. Not to do your history. Do your research. See what works for you. For me, I'm not doing all that. Do weed take away from your gains? I don't like weed and where it's going now. I feel like it's too accessible, and I'm not a fan of anything that's just being pushed out everywhere. So I don't really smoke or intake on a lot of weed nowadays, unless it's probably homegrown or something like that. I don't really do dispensaries and pre-rolls of something that somebody are just pushing out every block. The drinks is around everywhere now, especially in New York. I see them in every other store and every hood. I question things like that, so I wouldn't just be smoking anybody's weed. Damn, bro, yeah, you dropped that video of you circling the parade block. I felt my elbow stiff off. I went back to one of the old tape to figure out what to do next. It doesn't. Teach his own. Weed could work for some others, some people, but it doesn't work for me. I don't need to be high all the time. I don't need anything to make me feel like I need to relax. I just lay down. I'm not into smoking joints all the time. I don't want anything to take on a need outside of my own needs of training, eating, drinking water, and staying consistent with doing things for my family. Outside of that, I don't need nothing like that. I don't need no outside substances to make me feel good or give me bliss or get me in a mood. I don't need any of that stuff. But to each his own. I'm not here to judge you. You do what works for you. If you can smoke weed and still continuously elevate yourself in ways, do your thing. Salute you on doing that. But for me, knowing what's for you is always a great thing. I don't need weed. Everything is for a season, if that is something that you want to do every day, great, do your thing. But if you're able to function, now if you can't do nothing but lay down and just lay as a stiff boy, I got shit to do. I got dreams to make. I ain't got time to do that. And I don't understand how you celebrating being poor. I want to make some shit happen for me. I want to build more. As a man, I want to do more. I want to build more. I want to make more things happen. Things don't just happen to you. You got to actually fight for it. You got to go out there and do the work. And that's what I'm willing to do. And I can't do that with weed in my system. I need to have a clear head and have a thinking mind so I can be able to process what's going on and get shit done. For me, if you can get anything that can help you, if smoking bud helps you to reduce inflammation, great for it. Just make sure you stay conscious of what you're doing with it. Don't get caught up where you need an eighth or whatever every day just to get past that pain, because it's not going to be beneficial for you in the long run. You shouldn't have no substance, and that's going to dictate how much information you have. You should be, that should be a quick process. Take it for 2 to 3 days and then you're done. You shouldn't be on it every day, needing to smoke every day. I think that's unnecessary, but once again, that's my opinion. You do what works for you. Is it necessary to sleep 8 hours a day? I usually get 5 to 6. I mean, I push for it, But you do what you can until you can get better. Just make sure you give yourself rest, you know. On a day that you're doing 5 to 6, cool. Do that for 4 or 5 days, and then on the weekend, try to get those 7, 8, sometimes even 9 hours if you can, or just get some naps in. Thank you, KY. Appreciate you. What's your height and weight? My height is 6'3". I'm at like 225 right now. It fluctuates though. It's the summertime. I don't really go too crazy with how much I weigh. I don't even check often enough. I was drinking a sightseeing bus and saw you walking up Broadway the other day. Same strong energy in real life. All that chicken. For the glory. Let's get it. We continue. Do you recommend dumbbells? If you like, try different training routines. It'll help. I train every day, 2 days, but probably I don't recover well enough. Try your best, man. That's all you can do. Move forward. You're going to do your best. Try your, take naps. Get deep tissue massages. Those help a lot. You ever box or any combat? Definitely. I like punching the bag. I love stuff like that. I love combat. I used to do it a little bit more. Where the abuelas? I'm here for the abuelas. Ain't no abuelas here. But boxing is great. Definitely good for cardio, and it's always great for a man to punch something. That's always amazing to let off some energy. You got one sick physique, man. Appreciate you. Hey, man, you're a major inspiration for me and the guys every day, believing that I'll take from muscle and partly because of you. Appreciate you, man. Jordan, let's get it. What's your take on red meat? Try to get it two days out of the week, possibly 3, depending on your body type. It's good, but just try to get the best source of protein you possibly can. He definitely boxes. You ain't see that live when he was about the clothesline, bro, for walking into the camera. That's mad funny. That was a long time ago. Got the amp from the deep tissue massage. Yeah, deep tissue massage is amazing, especially if they get the scraping. I feel like you got a new body. How do you do prison? How do prisoners get crazy bodies? Just eating regimen, You can't outwork a bad diet, but if you work out enough, you're gonna look like it. Health-wise, it's not gonna probably be good in the inside, but your physique is gonna show if you've been eating and being consistent. Some people get away with it. I can do that, but I realize what that really does to your body. You can't outwork a bad diet. It's gonna catch up to you somehow, especially when eating them bad noodles and all that. I've competed against, I think, Aaron Banks and Brandon. They did well. I don't take away nobody's shine with that. They love this shit. I loved it too for a little while. But one thing about competing, it takes your life into a direction of just wanting to compete, and then you could possibly get lost in it. I love what I've done in that sport. I've done well. I did think 8th in the world, but there's so much other things that goes in the back burner for when you do want to train with these people. I think you have to understand that it's dedicating your time from your family, being more involved with just competition, and you could go crazy. I think it's just really having a balance. I don't think it's enough money into the sport as of now. It don't make sense for me. Even when I won, I never really got like, wow, I did amazing. It's just more hunger, and I just wanted to do more. So it's no longer a love for me anymore. I just wanted to see if I was good as I thought I was. Me coming as a calisthenic athlete, I was talking my shit, I was winning, I did my thing, and that journey ends in that portion for right now. And then if I ever choose to jump back in, it's going to be into another division. And I don't know if I could do it naturally either. So I really will have to and make a choice. Because I was able to get away with it before. I don't know if I get away with it now. A lot of them is on, I mean, I don't know everybody's regimen, so I don't want to say that. But it's pretty tough to be really seen at the rate that they're moving now. They're a lot bigger than when I was in there. So you're gonna have to do a couple other things I'm not willing to do. You know, I want my testosterone to be, you know, good. I want to leave the game intact. I want my testosterone high as is now, you know, and I don't think that's a possibility. And I remember when I won, it didn't do anything for me. I just felt like, you know, I won, cool, great, trophy for the day, take a picture. You'll never see that trophy ever again. I'm not wearing it, I'm not showing it off. And that's that. Prison is the perfect environment for a natural muscle bout. You bugging. I'm going to jail for nobody. Go away from your family for what? If you have to and you're doing crimes, then that's your thing. But nah, for me, nah. You want to get your physique up? Dedicate a little bit of time. You go to work and go back to the gym and get your body up. You just got to be consistent. And that's a fact. Jail food, they put soy and hormone blockers in there so you don't get built like that. Probably not. What your Patreon. I want your program workout. Will you make me one for me? And I say you will on it. I'm out, Broly. I don't know what you're saying. What's the best gloves to use for the pull-ups? I don't use gloves. And if I do, I just get some random gloves from the store. So that's whatever you like. Just saying, that's what they're big in prison. They're big in prison because that's all they do all day. It's so time to go by faster. You know, if you do 1,000 reps in jail, you probably, you know, pass out for like what, 3-4 hours that take to get done. It only draws out time, you know, and keep you from not hurting somebody. Every time I do a muscle up, I throw my neck out. What's going on, bro? How? Boy, thoughts on meditation. Throwing your neck out is crazy. You must be doing too much on your neck. Because you should be keeping your neck relaxed as you're doing everything with your arms and your back. You better on an oil rig than jail. Get paid and only got time to work out after your shift. You have nothing but time in prison tax. And you have all the rest. Recovery. Fruits and vegetables do you usually eat? Vegetables, watermelons, mangoes, pineapples, blueberries, mint leaves is what I put in my smoothie. Can you talk a little bit about your bodybuilding career? Yeah, I mean, I competed. 8th in the world is probably my best placing in Olympia. I've won 4 times. First place. Second place, I've won 3 times. Third place, I won twice. I think once. 5th. Great journey. Learned a lot about my body, learned about physique, learned about dieting, learned a lot about how I maneuver in that sport. Learned a lot of cool people I've met there, a lot of dedicated athletes. Definitely not with the human meat, but it was a great journey. It showed me a lot of discipline and really showed me that, you know, just because I have a great physique, it still take a little bit more. I got away with it in a lot of my first competitions because I had a great physique. But as you get more involved at the pro level, you really see the difference. Said you weird, man. Dudes bugging. Social media has everyone. So many ways it can make you a person weak. McDonald's got a good protein, no cap. And it's about to do a full body workout 3 days consecutive or split the days. Nick G, it is possible, but you gotta be really, really careful because you're diabetic. You gotta really be monitoring your carb intake, your sugar intake. A lot of it has to. I think you need to talk to a nutritionist so you can make sure you be okay. There's a lot of things that could go wrong with you being a diabetic, so I can't give you too many recommendations. Just make sure that you keep your blood intact and learning to make sure you stay focused on what you've been doing. Wasn't calling you weird. That's what appliances. No, it's all good, bro. You might think I'm weird. I'm okay with being considered weird. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I ain't trying to be everybody's friend either. So it is what it is, bro. Peace, God. It is what it is. But yeah, don't be offended by somebody who's not agreeing with you. I'm not here to be agreed. Like, you gotta agree with me. And the Lord said the word. Like, nah. You could disagree with me. You could do your own journey. I just say what worked for me and what I've done in mine. Is it a myth anyone who says you can't get rich while using weed if you use your recovery is different? Yeah, I think it's you can get rich, but I mean weed is not necessary for that. But you can do what you please. But I'm not a fan of just taking weed just to say I'm trying to get rich. I think that's pretty weird. They bugging in the chat, fam. Someone of us is trying to get knowledge. Yeah, if you keep on saying some weird stuff, I'm gonna block you in here, man. It's starting to get weird. Maybe it works the same thing. Dips and push-ups for bigger chests, definitely. Especially if we can add some weighted dips, that would work out perfectly. Has any company sponsored or such as Nike, Adidas, or Model Athlete have the build of much love, man. Appreciate all you guys going on. Appreciate you too. Can you do a full body workout? I don't know why it's blocking this. I swear. Do you do yoga before and after workouts? Like we got protein in it. Do I do yoga? Nah, I don't do no yoga. I do meditation sometimes, but that's it. I'm trying to see why it says this message is held for review. Okay, somebody must be sending some weird stuff because they're not allowing you to send something. I don't know what's going on with it. You went about to smoke all of that chicken. Whatever you choose to do, bro. I lost a tooth doing calisthenics. How can I fix this? Go to the dentist, bro. What's your workout routine? It changes often. But right now, I do a lot of different things, showing you different ways of training, because it doesn't have to be exactly the same. It's weird. I see to gain more mass from shorties limiting range push-ups than I do from full range push-ups. What's the science? You're keeping a lot of blood in the area. You don't have to do full extension. Doing shorties is pumping blood into the area, and sometimes that might be best. Not for everybody to do, but if your goal is to put on mass, shorties might be it. Even sometimes shorties with the pull-up is basically keeping all the blood in that area. Shorties is gonna do these, build that mass up in that area. You do full extension, you start to stretch out the muscle, and it's really hard to keep that muscle full of blood. But good work. And then I dropped 250 on it. That's funny. Good thing you ain't hurt yourself, man. Learned a lot from you, fam. Salute from Philly. To everyone in the chat. Let's get it. You get amazing physique with only body weight. Exercise is what exercise would recommend. Everything body weight wise. Pull up, push up, dip, squats. Get it going. That's fine. I'm from Philly too. Salute. Me before a hard game to get it. Hey, I'm trans. There's some weird people in this chat, huh? Would short method helps to improve push-ups? Yeah, definitely can help in with your push-ups. You got to switch it up. Sometimes it's shorties, full extensions, holds, isometrics, shoulders, shorties to like 20, and then 30 fully extended. It'll be a great workout, great pump, and you get the best of both worlds. But that's it for you for today, guys. We had 100 minutes, I guess. 50 push-ups up different. It was good talking to you guys. Let's try to do this again. For the glory, all that chicken. I'll see y'all soon.